I was in spiritual prison of sin, where I saw the whole humanity. This place of captivity where the whole humanity was captive was actually a sinister and mysterious dimension, ruled by an evil lord, a prince of demon whose throne was in the altitude. In this prison I was with my cousin and we were praying to God to deliver us from that dreadful place, where the evil lord was decapitating the captive and drinking their blood. He was turning people to cattle in order to eat their flesh. Finally the Lord sent his angel that came down to this mysterious dimension and grabbed me from this place, and we began to rise to the air. As we were entering the cloud I thought we would land on the earth. To my surprise I saw that we were coming out of water. I realized that the prison where the whole humanity is bound is actually beneath the water. When he came out of the water I thought that we had arrived to the earth, the land of men, but great was my surprise when I learned that this dimension where we arrived was not the world of men, but another submarine civilization. I learned from the angel Liberator that beside the submarine realm where I was held captive, there was another world above it, and we were in this world that was not the earth. Through this journey I learned that there are living being and unknown dimension and other galaxies. Brother, when we emerged out of water, to my surprise I saw a fantasy world, an advanced and magical city built in the middle of the sea. It was a huge non-human civilization and it was stunning. This was similar to Earth, but a city in the middle of many water. In this mysterious world where we had arrived, I saw building and great skyscraper. I saw many restaurant. I saw a huge market. I saw everything that we have on the earth in this dimension. The only difference was this: I noticed that these people looked like human beings, and they had a lot of hair going to the hip like angels, but I saw that their lower part was fish tail. They were mermaid and merman, and the city was full of people moving in the boulevard, but they had fish tail. They were getting on with their lives. We landed in one of the street of the Aquarius city, and we started walking the street. It was like we were inside the water. Given that we were spiritual being, we were able to breathe underwater. We were walking the street and I was talking to the angel Liberator, who was shining brightly with great light, just like we see in illustration. I told the angel Liberator, I am seeing a lot of mermaid and merman. He said this is their world. I saw that as we move in the street. These men and women who had fish tails were watching us with curiosity. I noticed that they were also some of them who could not see us as we walk in their street. The Lord Angel said to me, Adeline, do you know that in this world of mermaids there is also a massive prison where the people of the world are held captive? I said, really? He said, absolutely. I brought you to this world so that we can visit their prison where they are holding humanity captive. Many people live with you on the earth, but they are held captive in this mysterious dimension inside the water. Other are held down below the water where you were held. You have to know that when God children pray to God to be delivered from spiritual prison, when the Lord send me to go deliver his children, I often come to this world of mermaids in order to liberate God children that are held captive in their prison, for God regularly send me to the massive prison that is in this world to set free his people. Many Christians are held in spiritual prison, and there is a massive prison in this world of mermaid that we need to visit. For many people in the world are in this spiritual prison. Since I was traumatized by the previous experience in the prison below the water, I said to the angel Liberator, no way, I am not going to visit their prison. Despite the angel by my side, I was dreading these place of captivity, where humanity is held captive. The angel begged me to go visit the general prison of this dimension, but I refused categorically. He said, all right, since you have refused, we have to leave this city. Immediately we began to rise. As we were floating above the ground and rising, I saw some mermaids observing us, but others were just passing in the street ignoring us. In this unknown world I was observing people selling in their market. I was watching skyscraper and their great boulevard. Everything seems normal like the earth. We took a lot time rising in the water, but we were still in the water. I don't know if this water was in our galaxy because it was too deep to be normal water, until we reach a height where I began to see very huge fish. They were too big and they were making way for us. When we had left these fish, we kept rising and continued to rise, for this was a long journey even if we were moving in a speed beyond understanding. After traveling for a long time in great speed, finally I saw that we were coming out of water. The journey seemed endless, for it took a lot of time to come out of this universe of water. When we emerged out of the water dimension, I thought that we had arrived to Earth, the land of men, but to my great surprise, the world where we had arrived was not the Earth. This was not Earth but another planet. I was observing and thinking that we were on Earth, but this was not Earth. I began to see people who look exactly like human, but their cloth or covering was like argyle, and this argyle was like dried up on them, constituting their covering. I saw that their houses were built with the very argyle sand which was their covering. I saw a group of these people seated and talking and drinking, but the cup and plate were also made of the very argyle that was covering them, which they were making their house with. I understood that in this world people use argyle in almost everything. I saw people talking but could not understand their language. I asked the angel of the Lord, "What is this world?" He told me, "This is not your world, this is not Earth, but another world created by God." I said, "Really? But these people look like human, the only difference is that they use argyle which is their clothes." As I was talking to the Lord Angel, these people were watching us for we were visiting their city. I said to the angel, "What kind of world is this?" The angel said, "Adeline, do you know that in this world there is no police and there is no judge?" I said, "Really? They don't have police and they don't have court and no prison?" The angel said, "There is no crime in this world and the police won't have a criminal to arrest. There is no tribunal because no one will accuse his neighbor." The angel told me, "There is no evil in this world, sin does not exist here. These people you are seeing don't know evil. They will never hurt or harm one another. There is tribunal and police in your world because people commit crime and do evil." I told the angel, "Since you told me that there is no sin in this world, let me tell you that I will not go back to Earth. I am staying here because they have love. There is so much evil on the earth and in my country." That's when the argument between me and the angel began. The angel told me, "I cannot leave you here because I was only sent to liberate you where you were detained deep below the sea. I cannot leave you here because you human are different from these people that you see. They are without sin but you are sinful." Since I continue to pressure the angel to leave me and this planet away from our galaxy, he told me, "Adeline, we cannot continue the visit because you are adamant. We are going to Earth." That's when the vision ended.